go.
Today we're comparing the A-18F Super Hornet, also referred to as the Rhino, with the legacy A-18C Hornet. Besides the obvious larger size, one can distinguish the Rhino or Super Hornet from the legacy Hornet with some very key design features. The most common ones to look for are the enlarged leading edge extensions and the larger rectangular intakes. The Boeing F/A-18E and F/A-18F Super Hornets are both twin-engine, carrier-capable, multi-role fighter aircraft variants based on the McDonnell Douglas F/A-18 Hornet. The F/A-18E single seat and the F/A-18F tandem seat variants are larger and more advanced derivatives of the F/A-18C and D Hornet. The F/A-18F Super Hornet, or Rhino, has more powerful engines, much larger internal and external fuel capacities with about 4,000 more pounds of internal fuel and larger external tanks. 2 more extra weapon stations compared to the legacy Hornet, numerous avionics improvements, and some radar cross-section reduction measures. At lower altitudes, the Rhino's engines produce much more thrust than the Hornets. This allows for improved energy addition and better sustained turn rates. In a beyond visual range fight, it's not even close between the Rhino and the Hornet. The Rhino boasts an impressive APG-79 AESA radar, which stands for Active Electronically Scanned Array, which can see farther, track more targets at once, and can even function in air-to-air and air-to-ground mode at the same time. The Rhino can carry more chaff and flares and has a better radar warning receiver and an ALQ-124 jammer. Both the Hornet and the Rhino have excellent handling characteristics and feel very similar. If both aircraft have no external wing stores attached, the Hornet will have a small but noticeably better roll rate. Both aircraft display excellent high angle of attack and slow speed maneuverability. It's worth noting that in general, both aircraft have a hard time with energy addition. It may also be interesting to note that with the Super Hornet, there is no physical speed brake. When the speed brake switch is activated, the flight control computers deflect the flight controls to maximum drag while minimizing any pitch movements. You may recognize this method of speed brake employment from the F-22. So, in conclusion, we can see that both aircraft are very similar in handling characteristics, with the Rhino having a pretty significant advantage over the Hornet when it comes to BVR, air-to-ground, and fuel. However, when it comes to dogfighting, it really does come down to the pilot in the cockpit. Alright, so today we're doing the Legacy Hornet, F-18C Hornet Lot 20, against the F-18F Super Hornet, or Rhino. I will be flying the Legacy Hornet for us here today, and we're going to see how this works out for us. And there's the merge. Alright. Oh, he's going to be able to get his nose around on me, so I'm going to try to lock him up and spray some rounds at him here. The only intention there was to make sure he couldn't point his nose and spray me. And maybe I would get lucky and hit him. Who knows? And very nice. Alright, looks like we're in a nice little one-circle fight. This is what both Hornets are going to enjoy doing. It's what they're both really, really good at. Come on. That high AOA, low-speed fighting. Hornet feels right at home. Alright. Looks like I might be moving into a favorable position here. Got a little bit of a rolling scissor going there, and I seem to have won it. He tried to climb away, but wasn't really able to do it, and he's come down and he's turned the wrong way. He's reversed his turn here, which is gonna get him killed. Reversing the turn is never a good idea, unless you're sure the guy's gonna overshoot. Come on. That's one dead Super Hornet. Just a little unlucky there, got a little slow, and I was able to point my nose at him.
Altitude. Altitude.
And there's the ejection, that's great.
Pull up, pull up. Flight controlled. Flight controlled.
Alright, so we're back in round 2. So these two aircraft in real life, they're going to have very, very similar characteristics when it comes to dogfighting and all that stuff. And, you know, for the most part, it kind of feels somewhat the same here. It's not that much different with that being a mod. There's the merge.
Flight controlled.
It looked like we were going for a 2-circle, and then he reversed it, and I think we're back in a 1-circle here. Yeah, he went into that with a lot more energy than I did. It looks like we're going to get in some sort of scissor at some point here. Lock him up. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Just managed to stay out of my gun sight there. And he's reversing again. He's coming back for a 1-circle fight here. Which is good. I prefer this. Alright, so it looks like I'm actually in a pretty decent position. He actually shot off in front of me and reversed the turn, which is a pretty big mistake. It's kind of what got him killed last time. And honestly, I should have hit him there. That's a big mistake for me. I think I'm going to pay for that at some point. Come on, right there. See, I had a shoot cue again. Just didn't pull the trigger. And now he's diving to get his energy back, and he's just flopping around because he doesn't want to get shot. And I'm going to try to manage my closure here, but I think I'm a little late. And I got a little bit too fast, got a little target fixated there.
Altitude. Altitude.
looks like this is kind of turning into a... Oh, I thought he almost pointed his nose right there. This is kind of turning into a rate fight at this point. Oh. Okay, he's kind of falling behind there. That's good. I thought he might get into a position to kill me there. Going around the circle. I'm not at the correct speeds. I should be around 360-ish. Coming real close to the ground there. I really need to maintain 360-ish, give or take 5 or 6 knots. I'm not doing a great job of that here. Alright, so I've kind of come around the circle here, but I don't have the energy to capitalize on that situation there. And so we're back into this raid fight. I have more of an advantageous position here than I did when we initially entered this 2-circle fight. But you can see that the couple of seconds that it took me to get up to about 360 plus was more than enough time for him to get himself into a position where I can't point my nose at him. So that's why it's important to stay at those speeds and not screw them up. And so he's gone for the vertical because he doesn't like the raid fight. And to me it looks like he's trying to force a 1-circle, and that's exactly what he's doing here. And he points his nose at me and just misses. Honestly, like, that was right across. If he was just another millimeter lower, I think he would have took off one of my wings. Alright, so we're back in the raid fight. Oh, he's pointing his nose. He's coming in for what looks like a high aspect gunshot. There it is. We got out of plane there, and he sprayed right underneath, right where I was. So that was kind of scary. And so he's very, very angry. And he definitely wants this kill. He's working hard for it here. And I have made a critical mistake. A very critical mistake. Yeah. I just don't have the energy to do anything here. Wonderful. This is not going well. And this is the part right here where I pay for my mistake. Oh, that's very bad. Very, very bad. Yep, there's the nose. Oh no. Oh shit. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting my work on Patreon. Really helps me out when you do that. Big thank you to all of you who are already supporting the channel. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Alright guys, so we got our little TAC view review here. We got the last taco in the F-18. This is the red one here. This is the Super Hornet, the Rhino. And I'm in the blue one here, which is the Legacy F-18. So, again, important to remember that this is just a mod, and it doesn't really represent the capabilities of the Hornet, of the Rhino, I mean. And we're just kind of having fun, but it kind of behaved the way I thought it would, somewhat. So it wasn't a terrible video, so I decided to make it. And so here we are coming to the merge here. There's the merge, and I come in at indicated of 493 Mach 1 exactly. He's at Mach 0.76. And so you may think that that's a little fast, but I kind of wanted to come into this with a little bit more energy and see what would happen, kind of experimenting a little. And so what happens here is, because of that, we end up in this situation, which comes out pretty neutral. And just to make sure he doesn't try to point his nose up and shoot me, I'm just going to spray some rounds just to get him to, you know, put his nose away from me. No expectation of those rounds actually hitting. Sometimes you just got to waste a couple to keep your keep his nose away from you. And now here what happens is I keep the, because of this downward momentum, and I don't pull very hard on the stick here, I end up a lot further down than I'd like to be. And I also got God's G pulling me down, adding speed, and he just kind of goes for the vertical and just flops his nose around. So in a Fox 2 situation, he would, you know, he would win here. He would just fire a Sidewinder and I'd be dead, right? So what do we do here? We turn into the bandit. Now luckily he can't get his nose up enough in that situation. Just didn't have the energy to do it. Or maybe he chose not to, because I think he had the energy actually. I think he just comes down kind of diagonally and doesn't, yeah, you can see his nose is kind of pointed over here somewhere. And before he can react, you can see he tries to pull the nose up, but before he can react, I'm already gone. So he dumps the nose again, right back into the fight. I'm doing the same thing, so I go over the top and I roll back into him, and he's doing the same to me, except that here I start using the rudder for the Hornet. So I'm keeping my nose up because I don't want to gain too much energy, and I'm just using the rudder here to roll myself around and point my nose at him. And then we end up in this situation here. Now, most planes would not be able to make this into an advantageous position, but the Hornet can. And so what I mean by that is the fact that I am nose level with the horizon right now pretty much, and you can see an indicated airspeed of 162 knots. This is speeds at which aircraft will land, yet the Hornet still has nose authority at these speeds, and it can point its nose up like this. It's very impressive from the Hornet. This is what they're talking about when they say the Hornet has high AOA capabilities. Watch this as the nose points right up at him. Look at that. Now he comes back down, so I drop the nose, but then look here. This is the part where he reverses the turn, I think. Yeah, no, sorry, it was right back here. So if you look here, as he comes down this circle, down the from the altitude advantage, he should just continue this way. Because I'm slow, by the time I can come around, he's probably on his way down, is going to gain a lot of energy, and he could swing around this way. But due to the reversal of the turn here, right there, you see that turn reversal, essentially what he does is bring himself right back to my nose, which solves all the problems for me. And then we're in this situation, and then, you know, he climbs. He's already pretty slow, but he climbs. He's taking a bet that I'm slower than him and I won't be able to point my nose up. Again, the Hornet's high AOA is going to come to the rescue here. Look at this. Indicated of 121. And I'm still getting the nose up and onto target. So, there we go. Alright guys, so that's going to be the TAC view for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the video, at least found it entertaining, maybe learned something. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.